This is Mohan Reddy. I'm the SAP FICO trainer. I'm ready to teach both ECS and S/4HANA. So in this video, I'm going to explain the topic is bank reconciliation statement. So normally the bank reconciliation statement, it will be used any accounting software. So it must be required. So not only SAP, any other accounting relevant ERPs or accounting relevant softwares, any other ERPs, they are using bank reconciliation statement. So this is must and required. So without BRS, without using BRS, the management will not identify the proper balances regarding the bank relevant GL accounts actual balances and whatever we are using the softwares. In the softwares, bank related GL balance it will be mismatched regularly. So in these situations, we are using the BRS concept. So actually, BRS or the bank reconciliation statement in accounting, BRS stands for bank reconciliation statement, which is in a document that compares the bank balances as per the company's accounting records with the balance stated in the bank statement. So it means so we can choose in a bank. Our company having an Axis Bank. So Axis Bank account bank balances we can choose as per actual balances. So in that we can take and balance we can take bank statement from bank. Our bank account statement we will receive from bank. So at the same time, based on our company transactions, we will recording bank transactions using our ERP. So using it bank reconciliation statement, it will be we will identify the gap between the actual balance bank balance sheet, bank balance statement, and whatever we are using the ERP bank balance sheet. So it then the main uses for the BRS is detecting the errors. So it means error accounting records, errors in accounting records. It helps identifying the error in company accounting records such as incorrect amounts, duplicated entries, or omitted transactions. So errors in bank records. It also helps detect the errors in bank records such as incorrect deposits and incorrect withdrawals. So detecting the errors. So it means we can identify the errors between bank actual document and our ERP bank GL ledger and identify the unrecorded transactions. So unrecorded transactions means bank charges and interest. These are all comes under the unrecorded transaction. So it means the banker will be debited monthly or monthly basis or weekly basis, or they are collecting other charges swiping machine, whatever they are providing based on the services wise, they are deducting some basic amounts. These are all deduction amounts comes under the bank charges. So these bank charges we don't know without view of bank statement. So these purpose whenever we are getting the actual bank statement, then only we can record the bank charges also and outstanding checks. So outstanding checks that have been issued but not yet cleared by the bank are identified. So it means we are giving a number of checks to our vendors, but vendors will not encash the check. So there may be some other works they will delay to encash the check. So in but actual balance is in our bank, but actually bank balances is there available. So based on the bank balance availability, we'll give another checks to the vendors. So in these situations, multiple vendors. So like previously we will give previously we will submit the some checks to the vendors, and this time also new vendors also they produce the checks. So in these situations, both checks will be submitted at the bank at a time of bank, but there is no funds available in bank. So this is the mismatches to the bank and preventing fraud. Preventing fraud means regular reconciliation and help identify the unauthorized transactions and ensuring the accuracy. Once again. And one second. And before going to BR statement, we must and should we need to create three types of GL accounts, whatever we are having the bank accounts. So based on each and every bank account, we need to create three types of GL accounts. So those are, one is main bank GL accounts, and second one is outgoing clearing account. It means check issue or outgoing clearing account, and third one is check deposit or incoming clear account. So these three types of bank GL accounts we need to create. Then only we can generate the BRS statement. So first of all, let me know what is the transactions between the vendor invoice posting at the same time vendor invoice clearing without BRS. So vendor invoice posting transaction is raw material account data to vendor account. So when once we'll buy any goods and services to the particular vendor, so when we receive the invoice, so these situations we can made in a record to our systems. The transaction is raw material account data to vendor account. So regarding these invoices, when we have a money, whenever we are having money regarding these invoices, we will made in a payment. So here the payment entry is vendor account. Here the payment entry is vendor account data to cash or bank account. So this is the payment entry without BRS. So this is the payment entry without BRS. And now we are coming to payment. Now we are coming to vendor in payment entry with BRS. So with BRS means, so here just now I explained, we need to create three types of GL account. Checks outgo check. We need to create three types of GL accounts, like check issue or outgoing clear account, and check deposit or incoming clear account, and main bank account. So these three types of bank GL accounts we need to create. Then after creating these three types of GL account, we'll made in a vendor payment or vendor payment. So here vendor payment of you with BRS. So the payment is once we received any goods and services from the vendor, invoice also received, invoice also we generated. So now we are doing a payment regarding that relevant invoice. So the transaction is vendor account data to outgoing vendor account data to check issued or outgoing clearing account. So it means we'll issue the check to our vendor. So but vendor he did not submit the check immediately, or whatever we mentioned date. He may be some other works. He did not submit the encash the check within the particular date. So but as per our records, if you post without BRS, vendor account data to bank account, we will made an entry in our systems. But the actual amount is debited in bank account. It's take after 2 or 3 days, but in our system we'll made same day. So it may be bank statement opening and closing balance. It will be automatically mismatched to the actual bank statement and our actual bank statement and our ERP bank statement. So in these situations, SAP has introduced new GL concept. So new GL concept means we will create three types of bank GL account. Just now I explained a main bank account data, like whatever we have banks, Access Bank. If you have a bank account, if you have an account in Access Bank, so we need to create three types of bank accounts, like Access Bank main account, check Access Bank check issued or Access Bank clearing account, and the Access Bank incoming clearing account, like Access Bank check deposited. So these three types of GL accounts we need to create. So then whenever we are getting that bank statement, so here we can see vendor invoice clearing in BRS. So first transaction is, it means whenever we are submitting, whenever we are handovering the check to the customer, sorry, whenever we are handovering the check to our vendor, in these situations, the post is, the transaction is vendor account data to check issue or outgoing payment, check issue or outgoing clearing account. This is the entry. So both debit and credits will be both credit and debit amounts will be entered same. Then next step is when we have an updated bank statement. So next step is then next step is when we have an updated bank statement. So with support of bank statement, we'll made an entry. So we'll made an entry in these situations. We are using the transaction is we are using the transaction is So when we have an updated bank statement, we'll post an entry. With support of bank statement, we'll post an entry. In this situation, the transaction is check issue or outgoing clearing account data to main bank account. So here, outgoing clear account clearing. So these outgoing check issue outgoing and check issue clearing, these both accounts will be comes under the open item management. So whenever open item management means if we'll made some entries whenever you are giving the checks to multiple checks to the vendors, so immediately we posted entry vendor account data to check issue or outgoing account. So then the customer will not, vendor will not encash the checks. So he may be some other works, he did not withdraw the cash, withdraw this check. So, but as per our records, vendor balance sheet will be cleared, but our bank statement it will not be reflected. So, this purpose the SAP introduced new GL concept. So, these check issue, outgoing clear account, incoming clear account, the both accounts will come under the open item management. So using with the open item management, the GL balances using with FS10 and T code, we can enter these check issue outgoing clearing account balances, then automatically it will be generated. Now, for example, we can will hand over the for 4 to 5 number of checks. So like 5 number of checks we hand out to the vendor. So 550,000 is equal to 2,50,000. But two vendors only encash and remaining three vendors they will not encash the check. So it means so if two vendors encash the check, but three vendors not encashed. In bank statement, two amounts which will be debited. Remaining three checks amount will not be debited. So, but as per our records, completely five vendors balance sheet will be clear. So, in these situations, using with check issue outgoing clearing account, this account comes under the open item management. So, using with FBL1 and using with FBL1 and T code, we will generate the report for how much checks will be pending to clear. So we can easily track using with the outgoing clearing account. So then we have a bank statement. After the entry is check issue outgoing clearing account data to main bank account. So here check issue outgoing clearing account, here it shows credit side and again here debit side. So both credit and credit debit it will be both credit and debit transaction done. So the balances open item management, the GL balance is it will show 0. The final entry is vendor account data to bank account. So here the vendor account, this one it will be this ledger and this ledger will be nullified. And finally is vendor balances account data to main bank account. So the actual transaction is vendor bank account data to main bank account. So then automatically based on the physical bank statement, we'll post the document, then balance it will be cleared. So both debit and credit were both uh, so both bank statement balances and our ERP GL ERP bank GL balance also it will be both same. So this is the bank reconciliation statement. Same time, now I explain vendor point of view and customer point of view also same thing. So you can see customer point of view without BRS. So if we can say if we can say sell any goods and services to the customer, the transaction is customer account data to sales account, right? And customer invoice clearing in this situation, cash or bank account data to customer. So we'll pay amount to the so we'll receive the amount from our customer. So cash is debited, customer is credited. Cash account data to customer. And customer point of view with BRS. So customer point of view with BRS. So customer invoice clearing. So customer invoice clearing means we'll sell some goods and services to our customers. So regarding these invoices, customer may send transfer the amount to our bank account, but the customer he did not but customer he did not intimating to our team, our company. So in these situations, without intimating, we are not able to post any transactions. So we are not clearing any customer balances. So then we'll get the physical document of bank statement. Then we'll get a bank statement, updated bank statement. Based on this updated bank statement only, we'll post the customer invoice clearing. So the customer invoice clearing with BRS code is so here also new GL it will be updated. Like so here also new GL it will be updated. Like check deposit or incoming clearing account data to customer account. So check deposit or incoming clearing account data to customer account. So this is the customer invoice clearing. So it means customer intimating me we will clear your balances. So based on the customer information, we'll post in a document. But most of the scenarios, without bank statement of the customer payment, customer receipts, without bank payment, we will not post, we will not made any entry. But some situations, based on the customer intimation, we will post an entry. Check deposit. So I mean, some of the customers they transfer the money to our bank directly, but they did not inform. But some of the customer they will hand over the checks to our company regarding what they are purchasing goods and services to our company. So regarding that, they hand over to the check to me to our company. So, but whenever we are receiving the check, we submitted to the bank. So, whenever after submitting the bank, immediately the end user will post the document, check deposit or incoming clearing account data to customer account. So here actually base entry is cash bank account data to customer account. So, but the original entry, if we hand out the check to the bank, immediately we can make a entry bank account data to customer account. So this is the actual entry, but if you submit the check to the bank, same day the check which will be not clear and updated to the credited to the bank account. Maybe some other banks it's take 2 or 3 days. If any other middle of the non-working days, it's take 2 or 3 days. So, but our system will take as per our ERPs. Today date only we post the document. So, but actual transaction happened in maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, something days. So, in these situations, we are using the bank reconciliation statement. So, here, when you are using with updated bank statement, so when you submitting the check to the bank, immediately we will made a entry check deposit incoming clearing account data to customer account. But uh, again, when you will get a bank statement updated, based on the bank statement, which date the amount which will be credited in your account. So here, the transaction is main bank account data to check deposit account. So then automatically here check deposit incoming clearing account here credit, and here it shows uh, here check depositing account once again. So here check deposit and incoming account clearing, it is in debit side. So whenever we made a bank statement, check deposit incoming account, it is in credit side. Then automatically both debit and credit entries will be post. So the balances, the open item balances, it will be nullified as a zero, nullify. And the final entry is when we receive a payment, receive the payment from our customers, receive the amount from our customers. The final entry is customer account data. The final amount is main bank account data to customer account. So the both debit and credit amounts GLs it will be reflected. So this is so these purpose we can use the BRS statement. Mainly BRS is to identify the balance different balances between closing and opening balance between day to day by as per our ERP system using with our ERP bank GL balances and compared to the actual bank balances. So to identify the differences between using with BRS. Main reason is this one, and we have a there are different types of rectifying the errors. Yeah, repeatedly we can identifying this bank statement BRS statement. If any employees may they are doing any fraud transaction, will we rectify and we will identify the transactions. So this is the BRS statement overview, and maybe coming tomorrow sections tomorrow sections I'll explain. I'll upload BRS statement configuration. So this is the transaction. So we know we will do some basic configuration, then automatically we'll post the same transaction. So and final, there is an I just explained bank charges. So these bank charges, we did not trace without actual bank statement. So whenever we are getting the actual bank statement, then only we can made any these charges entries like bank charges, like any other message charges and email charges and courier yeah, and whatever ATM charges, online banking charges, and EDC mission charges, and daily cash limit charges, and new checkbook release charges. There are different types of charges it will be collecting from banks. So then automatically the amount will be debited to our account. So a transaction is bank charges account data to main bank account. So here bank charges account data to. So this is the BRS statement overview. I hope everyone it will be understand. And thank you so much. And please subscribe my YouTube channel and also please like and share these videos. I hope everyone it will be understand my videos. Thank you so much.